Turning now to the morning's breaking economic news. We just learned the United States economy added 390,000 jobs last month, better than expected. The unemployment rate remains at 3.6% for the third month in a row. This continues several months of steady job growth. Joining us now to break it down is CNBC's Dom Chu. Dom, it beats expectations, as we just said. Read into these numbers. Tell us what they mean.
All right, so let's go kind of into some of the layers here, Jonathan, and we know that the devil's in the details. So average hourly, or you mentioned the headline numbers for jobs created and the unemployment rate. If you take a look at the average hourly earnings, that's what a lot of people are focused on right now because it adds to the inflation narrative, that story about whether or not people are making enough money to keep pace with inflation. Well, they are not, but they are still making more money than they have been over the last several years. Average hourly earnings on a month-over-month basis increased by about 0.3%, meaning that at the same time last year versus now, you're now likely earning about 5.2% more. The labor force participation rate, which is being viewed by a lot of economists and a lot of Wall Streeters out there as being this indicator of whether the overall job market is getting better, well, that actually ticked slightly higher to 62.3%. That's the number of people who are actually out there in the workforce right now. Compare that, by the way, to the pre-COVID participation rate among Americans in the workforce, which was about 63.4%. So we're not that far away from a workforce standpoint from where we were pre-pandemic. I will also point out that the job gains were predominantly in certain key sectors. Leisure and hospitality continues to lead the way higher. It created about 84,000 jobs. Professional and business services, 75,000 jobs. Transportation and warehousing, logistics, that sort of thing, added another 47, and construction added 36,000. I will also say, Jonathan, and this is going to be key here, we often talk about the strength of the American consumer because consumer spending drives almost more than 2/3 of the U.S. economy. The retail industry actually lost 61,000 jobs in the previous month. So all of that on balance, this is still generally being viewed as a positive jobs report, enough so where interest rates are now on the rise because maybe that inflation narrative stays intact. Maybe the Federal Reserve can continue on its policy to raise interest rates. But all of that said, the markets are kind of lower, drifting lower this way, heading into the opening bell because of this jobs report.